Good morning and welcome to My Dear China, where we peruse information that's been put on the internet by Chinese netizens as opposed to Western publicity, which of course is always deemed to be propaganda, when in fact that's just being called that when it really isn't. So what we're looking at today, and I'm going to show you a video, is about the situation with housing and people buying new houses in China and the complicated things they're going through. So we'll start with the video. As you can see, these people are standing out in front of a huge cement type building. There's no stairs to get in, and they're climbing up or being lifted up into their apartments. And the reason they're doing this is they have been paying mortgages for some 7 years and they're not in. The desperation is obvious. People are going into their buildings and threatening to commit suicide, or many have committed suicide because they've lost everything. They've lost their life savings, their parents' life savings, and of course their grandparents' life savings who invested in their grandchildren so that they had a home to start their life with. And if there's one thing the CCP hates more than anything, it's netizens with phones that have videos. That's what we're dealing with, what you just saw. That's minor. People are paying for their mortgages for up to 7 years, and that's what they're confronted with when they go to their property to see how things are coming along. Construction has come to a standstill. These large real estate companies have moved the money onto other areas. There's nothing left. There's no money to finish them. So 7 years later, they're just a shell of a building, and the netizens are getting extremely unhappy with this, and many of them are moving into these buildings even though there's no electricity, there's no running water, no windows. They're putting up blankets on the windows, and they're living in these things, which they've paid a small fortune for and will never be finished. As we've seen in the past, there's a lot of video out there showing these towers, brand spanking new, 10, 15, 20 of these towers being imploded, blown up and taken down to rubble to start again or to use the property for some other reason. The money has been taken by these companies like Evergrande and others to finance new construction while denying finishing the earlier construction that's already been paid for. Could you imagine paying a mortgage for 7 years and never being in your home? It doesn't make a lot of sense to me or to the good citizens of China. And hundreds of thousands of them are in this predicament. Now, 80% of Chinese own their homes. That 20%, though, trying to get into the market and putting that good money down and having it disappear is an absolute travesty in the real estate industry in China at this time.